Well, I'm gonna tell you, honestly, most people are like, "Hey, this is so stressful. Like, I don't want to be robotic." When my team and I go to film a content day, we make it fun. We don't make it stressful. We walk in and we're like, "Hey, so we're gonna have a conversation. You're gonna stand behind the camera with your mic, but we're gonna have a conversation. You're not gonna be robotic." What we also do is I read lines to them. They read it back to us. We edit as we're going, and like the whole point is, listen, this is not gonna be stressful. Before we go in, we absolutely get like kind of a script from them, but it doesn't mean we stay on that script. Like, we're there to make you confident. It's not even about the words you're saying, it's about the confidence you're producing on the other side of the camera to your audience.
Welcome to the Rocc Pod, produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I'm John Gay from JAC Detroit Podcasts.
And I'm Lisa Bibby with Century 21 Northland. Okay, JAG in Detroit, meet JAC Digital Media. And today's guest, Jordanna Cheifetz. Welcome, Jordanna.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Jordanna, I think the three of us are going to have a lot in common as we go through today's episode. First off, it appears that both of us have named our companies after our initials. Is that right?
Yeah, people always ask, and I'm like, yeah, it's Jordanna Ariel Cheifetz. Why would I not name my company after myself?
I love it, self-branding. So you are a proud mommy of a golden doodle Ziggy. We love dogs. Tell us a little bit more about your dog.
Well, people, all my friends, family, my business, everybody would say I'm a little obsessed. I'm a hypochondriac for my dog. Well, he's a 2-year-old golden doodle. He's a crazy little man, and his name is Ziggy. And yeah, I treat him like my son, not my not my dog, unfortunately. But also, fortunately for him, he's the most bougiest dog you'll ever meet.
Ooh, I love bougie dogs.
I can totally relate. Jordanna, we may have to get a picture of you with the dog for the episode artwork. I think that might be in order.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have 7,000 on my phone.
Okay, let's move over to the work stuff. So Jordanna, I know in talking to you offline, one of the things you do for clients is content days, where you will sit there and bang out a bunch of content with them in one day. And tell us how that works. And then even, I know you've traveled to New York to do that for some clients too.
My company, we do content days. Basically, we come to you and we film 10 videos up to 90 seconds, and we edit it within 2 to 3 weeks. And this is really good for people who honestly have no time for social media, or they don't want to spend the money on a retainer, and they just are like, hey, we need this content. Let's do this. So I traveled to New York to do this for clients. I'm going to go to Idaho in a few weeks. So I did this for my client, their LM Hotel blocks, and they work with Kleinfeld Bridal. So twice a year we go to their bridal salon and we film content in the place where Say Yes, the Dress was filmed. So that's fun.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
So digital media is growing at exponential rates. So Jordanna, you started your company back in 2017. What was your inspiration to launch, and how have you seen this change so drastically over the years?
Well, there's two truths here, so I'm going to give you both of them. First truth was I had to leave Los Angeles because I'm not an American citizen, so I had to move home off my student visa. And I was like, either I move to Toronto and work in this field or start my own company. And I was like, you know what? I'll start my own company. I was like, thank God for my parents. Like, I was able to live with them and everything, and I had the opportunity. But the real reason I started my company is also because I really saw a need in the space, and a lot of people were not doing what I was doing back then. And also, like, a lot of people, they'd post for you, but they would not write copy for you. They would not do engagement. They would not create content for you. So it's kind of transformed over the years.
So Jordanna, you are from Toronto originally.
I'm from Windsor, but I went to school in Toronto, and then I went to school in Los Angeles.
How did you end up here in Michigan?
So I met my husband. So I moved back to Windsor in April 2017. I met my husband in July 2017. And then we got married in 2020. And then I moved here in 2022. We were kind of affected by the pandemic for like 2 years. We didn't see each other for like 2 years. But so I started my company officially here in 2022. But I had already kind of carried over my Canadian company.
That's fascinating how you've had to navigate the business dealings of two different countries.
Oh, yes. I honestly don't know if I would recommend it, but you know what? It's working out how it's supposed to work out. Like, I still have 2 employees at Windsor and I have 1 here. So it's like, it's all worked out how I want it to work out. It's a little bit complicated with my taxes, I will say.
Lisa, this may be one of our first international guests that has a company in 2 countries.
I know. I'm so impressed. I mean, I
Thank
juggle
you.
multiple territories in Michigan, and I know what a struggle that is. But I mean, you're dealing with other countries altogether. So my hat's off to you. I am very impressed.
Thank you.
So, Jordanna, you also offer workshops covering various social media strategy topics for business owners. Can you talk to us a little about what those workshops entail?
Absolutely. So I do workshop. It's essential to social media, and you learn it's for business. You learn what you should be posting on LinkedIn, what you should be posting on Instagram, Facebook, etc. It's overviews, so things like that. I definitely do workshops on. I'm really looking to kind of get more into like specific workshops, like can you film video editing, things like that. Like at the end of the day, social media really is about a feeling, and people are not buying your product or service. They're buying that feeling, and they're buying that confidence in you.
I can't agree with you more. And to give you our listeners a little peek behind the curtain here, Lisa and I have been doing this podcast for a couple of years, and some of the feedback we've gotten on the podcast is it's great to learn about fellow chamber members and their businesses, but we really want to get to know about the people behind them. So we've tried to get to know the people we're interviewing a little bit more in 2024 in the podcast, because you're more likely to do business with somebody if you feel like you know them, either meeting them in person or seeing, what they're up to on social, etc., right?
Of course, I couldn't agree more.
Okay, so let's talk video. Video is so important to all three of us. I knew that I'd be left behind if I didn't start offering a video podcast in addition to audio podcasts. Lisa is a YouTube queen with all her real estate videos that she does on YouTube. Please check out her channel, Sold by Lisa B, if you haven't done so yet. Jordanna, talk to us about the importance of video, and in particular, those first 3 seconds.
So the importance of video is more key now than ever was. When I first started JAC Digital in 2017, it was about photos. Your feeds had to be perfect. They had to be manicured. And now it's like people want authentic content. They want to have a video. They would rather look at you and relate to you. I would say the first 3 seconds is so important. You need a hook. You need a first 3 seconds hook. People want to be like, oh, I'm going to watch this video or I'm going to not. So that's how important video is. You need to share that emotion, really tell people, I'm here, I'm ready for you. Listen to me, don't scroll past. And they only have an attention span of really of 15 seconds.
Oh, I know. It's crazy how short people's attention spans are right now. It's like they're just swiping and scrolling.
Squirrel.
Wait, what? Where's the squirrel? Where is the squirrel? So yeah, I definitely do a lot of video. And for me personally, what I have found that people like the most about video is it allows them to get to know you at their own pace. So there's non-threatening. They can sit in their home. They can watch one of your videos and swipe, or they can sit there for hours and then give you a call and say, you know what? Oh my gosh, I saw so much of your content. I love you. I want to work with you. But it's at their own pace, and everybody's different.
Exactly. That's perfect with video. Like video is also a long game. They could see a video of you once a week for like 4 months and they'll finally call you, right? It's exactly. I love what you said, Lisa. Like it's at your own pace.
I think for a lot of folks, and you touched on this a moment ago, Jordanna, that social media and video and content creation can be so intimidating. It really can be this arduous thing to think about. And I know that's why folks hire somebody like you to sort of take this pressure off of them. How do you make this fun? How do you make this a stress-free experience for clients creating the social media?
Well, I'm going to tell you, honestly, most people are like, hey, this is so stressful. Like, I don't want to be robotic. When my team and I go to film a content day, we make it fun. We don't make it stressful. We walk in and we're like, hey, so we're going to have a conversation. You're going to stand behind the camera with your mic, but we're going to have a conversation. You're not going to be robotic. What we also do is I read lines to them. They read it back to us. We edit as we're going. And like the whole point is, listen, this is not going to be stressful. Before we go in, we absolutely get like kind of a script from them, but it doesn't mean we stay in that script. Like we're there to make you confident. It's not even about the words you're saying. It's about the confidence you're producing on the other side of the camera to your audience.
And I love your energy. So I can see how easy it would be to like book you and I just sit there and be able to talk with you because you're making us laugh. It feels very easygoing talking with you.
And that's what I do for content days, because most people are like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, by the end of it, they're like, oh, this is great. And like, I've had clients for years, and like the first content shoot, I look at the videos now and I just laugh because like a year later, I'm like, oh my God, you were so much better.
Yes. And that's what people don't realize. Like it takes a minute to like kind of be comfortable in front of a camera.
Yes.
But you have to start somewhere. And if you don't start, you're never going to get comfortable. So
exactly. Those are wise words.
So given every business marketing budget varies, what should a business, especially somebody that's new to social media marketing, what should they be budgeting for as kind of like a starter package to hire you?
I'd say for me, like honestly, a content day. Because you know what? If you have the correct content and it's edited well and you post that, you are going to get so many more people than just posting a static graphic. So I would say that's the best. That's the very initial way to work with me is a content day or even consulting. You kind of taste a piece of the cake before you have the full cake.
Yeah. And what does a content day cost?
Okay, so content day is currently $5.97, 10% off till December 30th, but it's going to be up to $6.97 in the new year. And also in the new year, we're potentially offering some headshots with your content day. So the pricing is going to change.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
So Jordanna, you've been a chamber member for a little while now, and we had talked offline. I know you've been more active lately and gotten a lot out of the chamber, right?
Yeah, actually, in the last few months, I've definitely really gotten out of the chamber. I joined young professionals. I did a workshop for them. I did a workshop for BWN. So yeah, no, it's been a great experience.
All right. It is now time for our fishbowl question of the day, where we ask you a totally random question. Lisa, would you pull our fishbowl question for Jordanna, please?
All right, let me dig in here. Ooh, this one is perfect for the holiday season. What is the most unusual gift that you've ever received?
Well, you know what? I got a white elephant gift one year. I got a little egg bite maker. And originally I thought, this is so weird. But you know what? Now I use it.
Wait, what? An egg bite maker?
Yeah. So
Like the little egg bites you see behind the counter at Starbucks, like those things?
Yes, because I tried to make them in the oven, but they turned out really well. But like, I hate warming them up; they're too watery. But then, if you make an egg bite maker, it takes 10 minutes, and honestly, they're good to go.
I had to Google that. I was like, I don't eat eggs, so what is an egg bite maker? Oh my gosh, they actually look kind of cool.
I didn't know either, to be honest. You can also make cheesecake in that, apparently.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. Now I need one.
Jordanna, it's been awesome talking to you today and getting to know about your business. I feel like the three of us could talk about video, especially in content creation, all day. But if one of our listeners wants to talk to you about social media strategy, content days, or any kind of consulting, or any of the many things you do at JAC Digital, how do they best find you?
Send me an email at jordanna@jacdigitalmedia.com, and I'd love to chat.
Perfect. Well, my name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Northland, and I put the real back in realtor. We want you to love where you live. Questions about buying or selling your home? Call my cell at 248-981-3610. My website is soldbylisab.com. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at soldbylisa. Let's connect.
And I am John Gay from JAC Detroit Podcast. If you have any questions at all about audio or video podcasts in 2025, you can find me online at jagindetroit.com or on social at jagindetroit. And we are also, I should mention, looking for guests for 2025. So if you are a chamber member, you have not yet come on the podcast, either reach out to us or reach out to Christine at the chamber. She'll put you in touch with us. We would love to have you on, feature you and your story and your business on the Rocc Pod. The Rocc Pod is produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. If you have any questions about the chamber or chamber activities, you can visit royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone.